and welcome to Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag, HPL Wires and Asset Homes. So before moving on, let me welcome our wonderful panel of judges, Ms. Sudha, Mr. Jibu John, So on today's episode, we present before you from Malappuram Tirur, Kayyalayil house. So judges, let's take a look.
What's up, family? I'm your host Danish Karthik and welcome to a brand new episode of Dream Home Season 7. We are at Kayyalayil house in Tirur. This is a 3,200 square foot property with 4 bedrooms. Let's take a look. Now let's get into the exterior. As you can see, we've got lots of linear lines. I would say color scheme, we have reds and whites and blacks and grays. Overall, definitely well put together. Now, we definitely have lots and lots of trees, palm trees and all kinds of natural trees. Now let's take a look at the front. Now this is the sit-out area. As you can see, we have Lapother granite, we have vitrified tiles, we have a pergola right above me. It's so beautifully designed. We've got reds and blacks and whites. In addition to all that, we have wooden doors, wooden windows, and a matching chair set. Now let's get into the space. Formal living room right in front of me, family living room right behind that, behind this giant wall. We have the dining area right to my left and kitchen also diagonal to me. Now right behind me we have one of the bedrooms and the master bedroom to my right. You take this staircase all the way up to the first floor. We have 2 more bedrooms and another living area. Let's take a look at it all. Now this is the family living room. As you can see, we have double high ceilings, we have a beautiful chandelier, we have vitrified tiles right below me, we have large windows everywhere. We actually have the same dining area. As you can see, we have something very, very peculiar. This is not something that you see very often. Silky plaster on the wall. This is, I thought initially it looks a lot like texture paint, but it is very different in the feel. Now, in addition to that, we have lots of sculptures and we have a niche wall all around the sides, and we have this beautiful wooden table. We have beautiful wooden chairs, and it is located right below the staircase. We have vitrified tiles right below and double high ceilings. Overall, Crockery shelf to my right, breakfast table right in front of me. We have this beautiful chandelier right above me, vitrified tiles right below me. The kitchen and the work area is actually right next door. They're combined. And this is the master bedroom. As you can see, the suspended ceiling actually has silky plaster over it in blue. Now, the colors in this room, we have blues and grays and whites and browns. Overall, just a very colorful, very bright, and very good looking room. In addition to that, we have vitrified tiles right below me. We have a wardrobe area to my right, a dressing area to my right in front of me, and also the bathroom right next to that. Now, let's take a look at the staircase. And this is the staircase. As you can see, we have Lapota granite, we have wooden handrails, we have a beautiful chandelier right above me, and lots of windows. Great for lighting, obviously. As you can see, it's very, very spacious, and everything is well lit. Now let's take a look at the first floor. And that was the magic of Kayyalayil house in Tirur. Thank you guys so much for joining with us on this episode. I'm your host, Danish Karthik, and I will see you next time.
ഞാൻ വീടുണ്ടാക്കണമെന്ന ആഗ്രഹം എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിൽ തോന്നിയപ്പോൾ ഏത് മോഡൽ വീടുണ്ടാക്കണമെന്ന് ഞാൻ ഒരുപാട് ആലോചിച്ചിട്ട് അപ്പോഴാണ് എനിക്കൊരു ആശയം തോന്നിയത്. മലേഷ്യയിൽ ഇതേപോലത്തെ വീടുകളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിൽ നിന്നും ഒരു വീട് ഞാൻ ആലോചിച്ച് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്ത് എൻ്റെ എഞ്ചിനുമായി സംസാരിച്ച് ഈ മോഡൽ കണ്ടംപററി സ്റ്റൈൽ ഒരു വീട് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുവാൻ ആഗ്രഹിച്ചു. പിന്നെ രണ്ടാമത് എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ആഗ്രഹം എൻ്റെ വീടിൻ്റെ ഇൻറ്റീരിയൽ. അത് ഞാൻ ഒരുപാട് ആഗ്രഹിച്ചിരുന്നു. അതെനിക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് ഒരു ഐഡിയ ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോഴാണ് സൈപ്രസിൻ്റെ അനീഷും റിയാസുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടത്. അപ്പോൾ അവരെനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ ഇഷ്ടത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് അവർ വളരെ ഭംഗിയായി എനിക്കതിൻ്റെ ഇൻറ്റീരിയൽ ചെയ്തു തന്നു.
Both of the judges would be having 100 marks each, wherein this 100 marks is again subdivided into 10 different aspects, which includes exteriors, interiors, decor and lighting, landscaping, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, wardrobe, painting and value for money. So let's see what the judges has to comment about the beautiful home, starting with Mr. Jibbu. Exteriors.
The exteriors of the house are, I feel the framing has been done nicely. The attempt is quite good, but unfortunately I think the color combinations spoil the whole effect. They've gone for the brick red color, the grey slate stone and an ivory color, which actually doesn't match up. I think if the house was given a more plain simple color with the frames they have given, it would have been a much better exterior. That is my opinion. I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Da.
Didn't quite understand if they were going for a modern or a traditional house. The flat roof suggests modern. The kind of angular lines that they have formed suggests a modern kind of house. I also felt there was something wrong with one turret alone standing in the center like that. It's slightly higher than the rest of the house. Probably that is the pinnacle that they were looking at, but somehow I didn't feel that the lines were coming out quite right. And to top it all, the brown that came in there. That color is an association, that's a sort of terracotta red, which is associated with a very, very traditional kind of buildings. So the first look of it, I thought it was a traditional house. And then when we started following these lines, it looks like a modern house. So that clash is very much there, 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Interiors.
Interiors, I feel generally they have tried to do a lot of things. There is a 3D kind of a jali work there, the false ceilings, the lighting, and if you take individual pieces, they are good. The dining table is quite good, but when you mix it with the overall thing, it lacks the importance, or it lacks the beauty it should get. There is actually a difference of colors used. There is a pinkish color textured wall, which actually doesn't go well with the other things of what they've used in the interiors. So interiors, I think there is a lot to be decided. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
Yeah, it's sad basically because there's so many things that have been, a lot of thought has got into it. They've tried to use a similar motif, probably the rectangle, squarish niche into the wall. So this happens on the wall, this happens on the partition, you can, and it's there all over. So there's too much of it basically. Then there's this grill board that he was talking about, 3-dimensional kind of grill board. I thought it's a little disturbing because you see it day in and day out. So it could have been kept very simple and you still could have had that. The staircase is treated very artistically. It's got a curved staircase full of winders, but again granite on the steps is going to be a dangerous thing. So overall they've not really got for what they've spent. The colors are also overpowering. The ceiling, there are a lot of ceiling details, some of which are so totally insignificant. There were just 3 strips, angular strips on the sides, which didn't really contribute anything to the decor. I think it was in one of the bedrooms. So I think overall it could, a lot is wanting there. So I'm giving it a 5.
5 out of 10. Decor and lighting.
Decor and lighting is the same opinion because I've already mentioned regarding the lighting. The lighting, there is some lighting through the ceiling in the bedrooms which is slightly overly done. Then there are some nice fixtures. If you take individually, it's a nice fixture. There are a couple of 3 or 4 hanging lamps which is it looks nice, but then the adjacent fixtures used along with it, all those things actually doesn't sync properly into the whole scenario. I'll give it 5.5.
5.5, Ms. Sudha.
Decor and lighting is 5.5, same comments. I felt that even in the bedrooms they've got colored LEDs in the ceiling. So see, LED is fine, it gives a very subtle color, but it gives a color. So you'll find violet stripes with a copperish kind of ceiling rafters. So these things generally gives it a lot of color, but that's not what you want in a bedroom. So I'll go for a 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Landscaping.
Nothing much, only quarry dust I saw, 5.
5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
4.
4 out of 10. Kitchen.
I think we saw the breakfast table along with the kitchen and the crockery shelf. I'll give it 6.
6 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
I'm giving it a 5. There was a glossy tile pattern on the background and it's sort of an open pantry kind of area. It doesn't contribute much. I'll give it a 5.
5 out of 10. Bathroom.
Bathroom, there are a lot of colors, dark brown, beige, lot of different types of tiles also used. And one of the tiles I felt was quite textured. So the utility wise, how friendly it will be inside the bathroom is questionable. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5, Ms. Sudha.
Also, adding to what Jibu said, I felt that the planning wise also they have not gone for this wet and dry area. This is a concept that of course we are adopting from the West, but it really helps in a lot of aspects. You don't slip, the entire bathroom does not become wet when you have the bathing area pushed to one side. Here we found that the bathing area was in between the wash area and the WC. So, there is a bit of a problem there when it comes to not planning out the dry and wet area as well. So, for the bathrooms I will be giving a 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Flooring.
I think the standard combination of ivory and the wood is used here. So it matches up well with the general surroundings. I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10, Mr.
Standard combination 5.
5 out of 10. Wardrobe.
Wardrobe 6 because a standalone wardrobe, nothing specifically done for the design purpose. So I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Sudha.
5.5, it looks bought out.
5.5 out of 10. Paintings.
Painting also, it's externally I've voiced my opinion earlier. Bright brick red, ivory, and the grey. I think it's a grey slate. It doesn't match well. Interior, they've not gone for much experimenting. I'll give it 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Mr. Sudha.
Interiors, they've used a standard of white color on the walls, which is fine because that's the background color. Over and above it, the colors have come because of the lighting, which I thought was totally unnecessary, at least in bedrooms and other areas. Even if it was in the common living room or in the TV room, you have a splash of colors with respect to the ceiling lights, it would have been fine. But overall, the colors didn't go very well. You had 3-4 different shades of brown as well in the same area where we were looking at. So, painting is a 5.
5 out of 10. Value for money.
Value for money is 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Sudha.
6.
Again 6 out of 10. So the total marks by Mr. Jibu is 57 and by Mr. Sudha is 52, which makes a total of 109 out of 200. So with this, we are winding up today's episode. Until the next time we meet, this is Archana Ravi and the entire team of Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayak, HPL Wires and Tisset Home, signing off. Tata.